So I've been doing this since the summer of 2018, and I haven't really spent any time talking to people about where I started, what I'm doing now, how I got here, and kind of the evolution of Motive Auto as far as the channel and everything that I've put together and built and spent all this time on. So in the summer of 2018, I basically took my cell phone and I found out about an event. It was called Cars and Cocktails. It was at the time at a place called Clutch Bar in Dallas, and I went there and I filmed some video. And after I finished with the video, at the time I didn't have a channel. I had an Instagram, but that was my personal Instagram. I just wanted to go to a car event and I wanted to film the cars because that was something that was fun for me. When I left the car event, I found that I had all this video that I had just filmed, and I didn't want to put it on my personal YouTube channel. That was for my home videos. That was for stuff that I was filming at my house. I didn't want to have people that would have to go to my personal channel and sift through all of my home videos to get to these car videos. Back in 2007, I created a company to sell some t-shirts. I was trying to think of the name of the company, and while I was at a friend's house and I was brainstorming about the name of the company, someone that was there asked me what the motive of my company was. What was the motive of this t-shirt brand that I was creating? And I really liked that word. I started looking at the word. I liked the makeup of it. I really just started overthinking, but I stared at that word and I decided that I was going to use the word motive as the name of the company, and that became the brand that I used with the t-shirts. Well, the t-shirt brand didn't really take off. I had 900 shirts. They were 3 different colors, 3 different sizes. The print that I had of the shirts that were made was such a small order that the screen printer made a lot of mistakes, and so the brand pretty much fell apart. I had created a bank account for Motive, but pretty much the company itself just didn't take off. The t-shirt idea didn't work out the way that I wanted it to, so I held on to that idea, that name, and then when 2018 came and I had the idea for the channel, I decided to take that name and then add the word auto because it was going to be an automotive based channel. So the motive was auto, and originally the channel was M0T1V3 space auto. I started attending events, and the events were a lot of the younger people. I would tell them that I had the YouTube channel, but everybody wanted to know, okay, but what is your Instagram? And I had an Instagram, but that was my personal Instagram. And so with all of the people at the events willing to follow me on Instagram but not interested in the channel, I changed the name of my Instagram to match the channel, and then that became the thing that I was sharing at the events because of the crowd being younger. I met another YouTuber, and I saw that he was creating these intros and outros, and I was still new. I didn't even have editing software. I really was just kind of making these videos and then just posting the raw videos to the channel. And so I asked him if he would make me an intro that would have my channel name on it. And when he did, he added an underscore on the intro. Now, at the time, this was a misspelling. There was an underscore on my Instagram, but the channel was had a space. So, in order to unify these two titles, these two ways of spelling, I added the underscore to the channel, so that way the intro that he had made me was correct. And if you go back and look at some of my older videos, you'll see that underscore is there. that's when I changed the name of the channel, adding the underscore to match the Instagram. This underscore that was originally an error from this intro this other YouTuber made me has passed over to the Facebook page. It is a part of the TikTok name, and when as time went on, I decided to have auto be lowercase. So all of the letters in the name are now lowercase. That is the official way that the name is spelled. I originally had it as uppercase. I think it's uppercase on the hat. When I was going to events, I had people asking me, what's your channel or what's your Instagram? And I found myself taking out my phone and showing them my phone. And I thought that this was just a very frustrating way of doing it. And so I went to Lids at the mall, and I think it was like $40, and I had this hat made. Well, it's gray on black, but it was the way that I had wanted it. And so instead of taking out my phone and having to spell out everything on the phone, I would say, well, just take a picture of the hat and then use that as a reference. You can go to the Instagram and the channel that way. As time went on, I found that I had Instagram and YouTube and Facebook, and so I needed to have something where I could say, well, here's the name, but let me show you the names of all of my social media. And so I had t-shirts made, and I'd have all of my social media and the spelling with the hashtag on the back. And so I'd say, well, just take a picture of the shirt. And these were all ways of avoiding, oh, let me take my phone out and pull up my Instagram or pull up my channel and show you on my phone. You can just take a picture of this, and it makes it a lot easier for me. So essentially, I've just, each one of these things, whether it be the shirts or the hoodies or the hats, were just evolutions which were solutions for issues that I was having when people were trying to get a hold of my information. My wife has come up with the idea of creating business cards. I started carrying the business cards. Because I was coming out so often, I started to meet some of the regular other people that were in the community. I started meeting the event hosts. I had hosts that, because I was covering their event and they were grateful for that, they were putting my logo on their event flyers. So all of this basically is the evolution from starting with a channel that I need a place to put the videos I made of this car meet that's not my personal channel, so I'll use this channel over here, and then I can share it with people, and people are welcome to go to that channel and look at the videos that I have. That's public, and feel free to watch those videos. The dash cam channel is the same. My wife and I would be driving around and see something crazy on the road and say, wish we had a dash cam, we could have caught that. And so I had asked her, well, go ahead and buy a dash cam. I put it in my car and I started filming with it. Mostly it was just my commute to and from work. I tried using copyright-free music that I would listen to in the car, but I'd get copy strikes anyway, so eventually I learned that I can just mute the sound, and it has no effect on the video because the people watching dash cam videos don't care about the sound. I didn't want to put the dash cam videos on the Motive Auto channel, so I created a whole nother channel. I think that I might end up making dash cam merch in the future, but essentially this is all just information that I wanted to share. I've created this backdrop so that I have a place to film, and on the days when I don't have any content from a car meet or a car show or some other event that I can put out, I can just create one of these videos, I can edit it, and then I can put it out, and you guys still have something that way. I'm able to post more often. I don't just post Monday, Tuesday, there's the events from the weekend, and then you're not going to see anything for 6 or 7 days. Okay, so I've decided that I'm going to start making videos that I'm appearing in. There's a backdrop that I made out of some stickers and it's a glass of a tabletop, and I figured out that I have to post as often as possible, hopefully every day. I'm not going to be able to attend car meets, car shows enough to post videos on the channel every single day. I can definitely take the content that I have and post to TikTok and Instagram because those are shorter formats. If I have, say, 30 or 40 minutes worth of video from an event, I can space that out into 30 or 40-second clips, and I can stretch out all that content on the other platforms. But for YouTube, which I'm going to treat as a long format, I'm definitely going to need something that's going to be more than 2 minutes or more than 3 minutes for the channel. And so this is what I'm gonna use. So a few of the things that I wanted to talk about in these videos is what it is that I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and also address some of the things that I'm not going to do, some of the things that other YouTubers are doing, some of the things that other people in the car community are doing, and I'm not going to do those things and why I'm not going to do them. For example, there are takeovers that happen. I know there's street racing that happens. Those are things that are not part of what I'm trying to do. Essentially, my goal from the beginning was I want to document the automotive enthusiast community, mostly in DFW, and it's the chill community versus the takeover community. And so if I can go to a car meet, a car show, even a car auction, places where there's not stunts being done, that's where my focus is. I can go to car events on the weekends, but before on my channel I was breaking up my content. If I had a half an hour video, I would break it into 10-minute clips. I thought that that was a good way of making my videos on YouTube more consumable. I'm not going to do that now. If I have a half an hour worth of coverage at an event, then the video that you see from that event is going to be a half-hour video. I've also changed my format for Instagram. I know that Instagram is not a long format platform, so I'm going to keep all the videos that I post on Instagram to under a minute. You can look back at the stuff that I did in 2022. I was using my intros and outros on Instagram. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try and make some new intros and outros for the channel. Some of the other things that I'm working on, something that I'm very excited about that's just happened recently, is I've designed t-shirts that are for sale on a website. The website is Big Frog, and if you go into the description of my YouTube videos that have posted in the last week or so, there's going to be a link in the description of those videos for the website you can go to, and you can buy some shirts that I have. I am going to come out with new designs. I'm going to come out with new colors. I already have several other new designs in mind. What I'll probably be doing is every single month there'll be a new design that will be available, and the old designs will still be available. That's the plan. I've had some merch in the form of stickers that has been available via Graphics 84, and now Careless is carrying my logo sticker, which is essentially that in the form of a sticker. Careless is carrying the yellow stickers that goes along with the theme of colors that they use for their company, and Graphics 84 has the sticker in white. I usually carry stickers on me. I also have blue and red and black. My idea is that the black stickers will be free, but they're only going to be available to exotic car owners. So if you have an exotic car and you would like to put a sticker of mine on your car, I have it in black. It's a little more subtle. You can put it on the tint, you can put it on the window, and then it's not a big white sticker like this one. So I usually take a break in the wintertime. I take December and January off from attending events. I don't go out during December and January typically. These are all things that I've done as I've gone through from 2018. Everything that I would have done for whatever reason then becomes a part of the traditions or a part of my schedule that I then carry forward to the other years or seasons, as I call them. So the first time that I started doing this, meaning attending car meets, attending car shows and filming, I believe my wife asked me, because I was going out every single weekend, and she said during the months of December and January would I take some time away and spend it with the family. That was holidays, and so that became a tradition. That became part of my schedule. Was during the months of December and January, I don't go to car meets, I don't go to car shows, and I spend that time in the holidays with the family. So this past year, I actually was going to take off from the middle of November to the middle of February. This was based on the weather that we had seen in the past. Weather had gotten really ugly in the middle of February, and so I just thought, well, I'll just take off through the middle of February until I know that all of the harsh weather will be gone, and I'll wait to come back until then. What ended up happening was we didn't have a very harsh winter. There was a lot of events that were going on, and I decided to come back. It was about a week ago, and I had the time available to me, and so I started going out pretty often. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and attend and cover each event that's here in Dallas-Fort Worth, but I don't want to repeat events if I can avoid it, because there's so much activity in Dallas-Fort Worth as far as car events. I think that I can attend, for example, Cars R Us once, and then on future weekends when there would be a Cars R Us, I can find a different event, and I just don't want to be the one that goes, oh, he's covering that event again. Cars and Coffee Southlake's another example. I don't want to just go to every single Cars and Coffee Southlake, but I would go to one of their events at HG Supply, one of their events at the Texas Gun Experience. To me, that would be a different version of the event, even though the host is Cars and Coffee Southlake, because the venue has changed. For me, that would be a different event. So during the first week that I started coming out, I was able to check off a bunch of events, and the hosts mainly. I was able to go to a Collin County car meet. I was able to go to a Cars R Us. I went to a Denton County meet, which happened at the Detail Garage in Prosper. So essentially that was two hosts at the same time. I don't have a problem with attending another Denton County event because they have another location that's in Denton, and I'd like to film at that location. I also have events that I want to attend that are on my checklist. They're events that I plan to attend, plan to cover. These would be things like SPOCOM, which I didn't get to attend last year. Another one might be Import Face Off. There's Cars and Cocktails, which now has a new location. There's the Lakeside, I believe it's Hooters Lakeside, and then there's I have yet to cover a Cars and Cantina, which I'll want to cover one of those. Cars and Cantina is interesting because they do have a variety of vehicles that come out. They do have different things that they have. The venue and the event are changing, and so that would be one that I'd be willing to repeat, as well as the Cars and Coffee. I'm imagining that as time goes on, there's going to be new car meets that are going to pop up that I'm going to learn about that I don't know about now. I don't know that I'll be traveling as much. I know in 2021 I did a lot of traveling. I went to Chicago, I went to Las Vegas. My wife and I vacationed, so I went and covered an event in Oklahoma, and we also went to Houston. I was trying to attend auctions. Barrett Jackson was here in Dallas, but because I had to work, I wasn't able to go. Mecum auction was here in Dallas, but because of my work schedule, I wasn't able to go. So I then just took vacation and traveled to Chicago. I took vacation and traveled to Las Vegas so I could cover those events. Traveling to other cities and other states this year might not be in my schedule, other than Houston. That might be the only real traveling. My main focus of the channel, the Instagram, my coverage is the car community in Dallas-Fort Worth. So recently, my channel had been at about 600 subscribers, and I got some shout outs from some other YouTubers. I'm assuming that that has something to do with the amount of subscribers that I have now. I've gone up to 620. It could be a little more than that, but that was a big push. Between that and the way that I'm going to start posting, I'm going to start posting more frequently. I'm going to make efforts to not have a lot of space between the time that I post. And I know that for YouTube, if you post every single day, that's something that your audience responds to, and that can help with the growth. So that's what these videos are kind of about, is having, since I don't have content from a car show, I don't have content from a car event to post, this is going to be a way of filling in the space when I've posted all the content that I have from the weekend or from the last few days, but we have a Wednesday or a Thursday where there's no content, and I'll use this to either talk about the events that I went to or talk about the events that I'm planning to go to, and hopefully this will be something that the audience, that you guys can watch and go, oh, okay, here I've got some information about this event, I've got this information about his schedule. One of the things that I'm wanting to do is create a website. Part of the website will be, I want to have a schedule on there that I can publish if you're wanting to come to an event, if you want to be a part of an event, or maybe you're learning about the event because of my schedule. I want to make that available. There'll also be links to buy the merchandise. There'll be information about the events that I've attended. There'll be links to social media. I think a website is something that I have use for. The channel does not have enough subscribers that I'm getting ad revenue. I don't have any sponsors. This is advantageous for me because since I don't have anybody that's paying me for product placement, anybody that is funding what it is that I'm doing, I have the freedom to do a shout out to any product I want, just to be supportive. If I want to attend an event, I don't have to wear somebody else's merchandise. Not having sponsors is a lack of income on that portion, but it also is, I'm independent and I'm not beholden to anybody because I can't talk about this product because I owe this person, or I can't go to this event because this product is there or this product is a part of their event. So if you have any questions for me, if you are curious about anything about the channel, about what it is that I'm doing, I'd love to hear in the comments. I also have channels that I'm a fan of, channels that I like to promote, people that are doing things that I think are interesting, or channels that I enjoy. Mr. Nobody's Garage is one that I see him at events, and so if you look that up on YouTube, That Snow Mexican is another one. That's a friend of mine. He has a channel, and these are people that I've either met through events or That Snow Mexican, for example, that was a channel that I was watching really before I started doing what I was doing. I was a fan of his channel. I enjoyed what he was doing. I saw him at events, and I was able to learn about what events were like through his channel. There are YouTubers out there that they're what are known as exotic chasers, and they primarily want to film and chase the exotic cars. There are people that have a focus on a certain type of car. When I go to a car event, especially a car meet, especially a smaller car meet, I'm not going to gravitate towards the most expensive car, the fastest car. For me, my qualifying list for if you're going to be on the channel is if you're at a car meet and you enjoy the car that you drive and you've brought it to the event and the car is in the parking lot and it's enough for you to bring your car, then I want to film it. I'm trying to create a documentary, which is thousands of videos and hundreds of posts about the car community. If you go to my Instagram, if you go to my TikTok, if you go to my Facebook, or you go to my my YouTube channel, you're just going to see me trying to document what cars came to this event, who was here, as far as the community. I want to show a reflection of the car community as I saw it when I went to the events that I went to. I know that there's so much more to the local car community than just the most expensive cars, just the fastest cars. And as far as street racing or takeovers and that part of the community, it's just not something that is my focus. I definitely feel like when I film at an event, I might go to a smaller car event, and because it's not a takeover, because there's not a ton of exotic cars or race cars, I might be the only person that's filming that is the one documenting that event. I very much enjoy small car meets. I very much enjoy a car meet that has 20 or 30 cars versus 200. It gives me the opportunity to film all the cars that came. The first event that I went to this year was a small car meet. The host was Nissanity. They were over in Mesquite, and there was not 100 cars at that event, and I had plenty of time to film all the cars that were in the parking lot, and then went into the restaurant and spent time with some of the owners. Something else that I would like to mention is I've created another channel. It's called it's Motive Dash Cam, unlike Motive Auto, so it's M0T1V3_ Dash I'm seeing a lot of success on that channel, and the reason is because I was posting every single day. I had some time in December, and so I had a bunch of dash cam videos, and I was just putting out sometimes 2 and 3 videos a day, and so that channel got a lot of views. If you're on this channel and you want to help me and you want to help what I'm doing, if you can go to M0T1V3_ Dash and subscribe to that channel, that helps me out a lot. So my goal basically for 2023, and hopefully for the end of what I call my seasons, which end in June, is to have the 1,000 subscriber mark on the Motive Auto channel. I've definitely seen more views on the channel. I'm making a lot of adjustments. I've created a watermark that I've put on the channel. In the past, I would post videos both to Instagram and to YouTube, and I even had people approaching me and showing me that they had what's called biting, or they had copied some of my video because their vehicle was in it, and they'd say, hey, I think this is a video that you shot. And so now I'm putting my watermark, which is the name of the channel, in the corner of all the videos. So if you want to copy something that I'm doing, you want to copy some of my video because you saw your car, I understand that. That's fine. I'm just going to make sure that if you're going to post that video, that my watermark is on there, that people know that that was a video that I made, and hopefully they'll refer back to my channel. So if you're an event host and you have a car show or a car meet that's coming up and you would like for me to come out, leave it in the comments. You can also message me on Instagram. The Instagram, the TikTok, the Facebook and the YouTube channel are all spelled the same. On Facebook there's a capital M, but beyond that the spelling on those platforms is all M0T1V3_AUTO. I also have an email address, and if I'm creative enough, let's see if I can just go like that, and I'll remember to put the email here on the screen long enough that you can copy that down. If you want to send me an email, I can also put a copy of my email in the description. Again, if you want to support the channel and what I'm doing, I'm going to have links on my videos that go to the website for Big Frog, where they're selling my merchandise in the form of t-shirts. I do have some more designs that are going to be coming out soon. So I really appreciate you guys watching this video. If you're here, I'd like for you to hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. There's a link in the description that has merchandise on it, which is my Motive Auto merch. And there will be some more videos. I have an event that I'm going to go to on Wednesday, which is the Arlington meet, and I'm also planning on going to, I believe it's Rides and Coffee, which is over in Carrollton at a detail garage.